Hello, 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 hello. Time for another daily dose of Ditzel. Hey, in this video, I'm just going to go through the headlines, see if there's anything worth talking about comedy-wise. This is funny. This is a quick aside. So I was reading Matt Ruby's newsletter. Matt Ruby is a comedian out of New York City. New York City. It's a comedian out of New York. And Matt Ruby, R-U-B-Y. So check him out. But he had a funny tweet. It was in his newsletter. So I looked up the tweet. Actually, today, 4 hours ago. Huh. How did he get his newsletter out? That's pretty good. Guy's on his game. The tweet says, actually, Mexico should be demanding a border wall. I screwed it up. Actually, Mexico should be demanding a border wall. And then he talks about, that, we're sending down these dorks to, from, I won't do the bit, that we're sending down dorks basically to Cancun for spring break every year. Mexico should put up a wall. That's pretty creative. That's pretty creative. So check out Matt Ruby Twitter, and that post is dated today, which is April 5th. Wow. All right, let's look at some headlines here. John Cena responds to Dwayne Johnson's threat and their real rivalry. The Blockers star wasn't having any of the former WWE star's threats. This is from Entertainment Tonight. How do they work out? Obviously, this is set up. I assume it's set up. But how do they figure out who's going to say what and to keep it going? You'd have to have your stories straight, like a wrestling rivalry. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like The Rock versus Vin Diesel. Their rivalry on the Fast and Furious set. I mean, come on. But again, how do they script it? So that they keep the story straight in the media, unless it's real. I doubt if it's real. The YouTube shooting, oh my gosh. The woman identified police as the attacker in the YouTube shooting yesterday was a vegan blogger. At first they thought it was a domestic dispute, but they later determined that she just had problems with the YouTube policies and decided to take the action she did, which is obviously horrific. Furious, Norwegian cruise line passengers slam ship's horrible non-stop construction zone. So I read this earlier today. This is a Norwegian cruise went from Norway, I guess, to I know that's the name of the cruise line, but I think they went from Norway to LA 15 days. Now that 450 passengers are getting together to complain about stored chemicals, noisy power tools, dust, construction, potential toxic exposure, cordoned off emergency exits. This, by the way, this is Fox News via Yahoo News. How'd you like to, cruises aren't cheap. And I assume some of the passengers have money, they don't care, but I mean tons of money, they don't care. But if you've saved up for your cruise and it's, guys running a power tool behind your head on the deck, you'd be like, what the hell? Let's keep this damn ship in dry dock for a week and fix it. But my guess is, if the ship's not out on the ocean, it's not making any money. That's what they would say behind closed doors. All right. Watch Ted Cruz's reaction when asked to take a DNA test to prove he's human. That's through Huffington Post. I have no idea what that's all about. But I just don't. I'm tired of Ted Cruz after that election. CDC scientists found dead in Atlanta after mysterious disappearance, say police. Detroit Free Press. Zombie-like raccoons spark concern in Ohio as officials puzzle over the animal's bizarre behavior. CBS News. That's it? That's the whole story? Oh, they've got the video. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that. All right. Mexico border wall. Oregon governor tells Trump she'll refuse order to send guard troops south. Whatever. Twin sisters with debilitating OCD dead in apparent suicide pact. Let's see. Carrie Underwood. The kids. Oh, that's just too. Let's don't talk about that. There's something about a daycare center or something going wrong. I don't want to go into it. What's her name? Melania Trump. What is it? How do you say it? Is it Melania, right? Melania Trump. Her maiden name was Knaus, Knauss. She broke up with Donald Trump, but he wooed her back. Back when they were dating, that happened, I guess. Whatever. Florida officials investigating Von Miller after he caught a hammerhead shark. Broncos linebacker and friends caught a 9.5-foot hammerhead shark. Wow. You're not supposed to do that, but how did they do that? Woman dumps body-shaping boyfriend after he accuses her of having a, quote, beer gut. It's Yahoo style, UK. Kaylee Cuoco explains why her ex-husband ruined marriage for her. Ask Amy. We're 40 years married and now she becomes a gold digger? Question mark. Killer whales beached while hunting for seals. Killer whales beached themselves while hunting for seals. That's a job hazard. That's definitely a job hazard, lifestyle hazard. And that when you're a killer whale, that's definitely a job hazard. Whoa. Black Parkland students want peers to share the mic. Yeah, you think about it. Well, here, let's read the story first. This is Huffington Post via Yahoo News. Black students at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School are calling out the March for Our Lives movement, at once commending the teens, leading it further their efforts to be inclusive and pushing them to go a step further by sharing the spotlight with their own black peers. We're saying you don't see much of us at the forefront, which is true, said junior Mei Ling Ho Xing, who is black, told Huffington Post earlier this week. Well, that's true. Yep, they should have, from what I've seen, it's been mostly white students. Or Hispanic, white or Hispanic. I don't watch TV that much, so, but in my Facebook feed, I'll be honest with you, I get most of my news from my Facebook feed. But there really hasn't been, I can't think of a black spokesperson from that high school for the Parkland. So, yeah. Include everybody, man. There's no comedy there, but they should include everybody. Florida man, I can't even read that. I don't even know what that is. Twitter has removed over 1.2 million accounts for promoting terrorism, according to Engadget. Did Channing Tatum cheat? Does anybody care? You're doubling the glycemic index of a sweet potato when you bake it. Yeah, I guess potatoes have a low glycemic index, right? Let me check that out. Let's check that fact before you say that I say it. Glycemic index. Naturally, potatoes have a low glycemic index. Also good for carbs, fiber, potassium, and vitamin C. YouTube star Logan Paul booted from Yosemite. Listen, the guy is successful, but YouTube star Logan Paul received unexpected gifts for his 23rd birthday. This week, 2 citations and an order to leave Yosemite. It all started when Fox News via Yahoo News. It all started when Monday, Paul and his friends drove their cool bus into the park and pitched their tents on top of the vehicle. They were reportedly still inside the tents when the bus was moving. He was cited for unsafe operation of a motor vehicle, improper food storage. Let's look at some of the comments. YouTube Snickers star. Just when you thought it could not sink lower than reality TV star. That's kind of funny. Just when you thought it could not sink lower than reality TV star. That's a comment. The comb over is not working. Oh, because he kind of combs his hair over. Now, he's 22. I don't think he's that worried about his receding hairline. It's just the style. This is how the youth comb their hair, man. They kind of swoop it around like that. I don't know, man. I can't argue with his success, but that guy seems to be constantly getting in trouble, or is that the kind of the goal, maybe? He's got a lot of viewers, man. It's incredible. All right. I think that's enough.